Okay, so the photography world is currently losing its mind right now over the Canon EOS R5 and the Sony a7S III. It seems like everywhere I look, that is all I see people talking about. Both exciting cameras, both are incredible for what they've been able to pull off in these cameras, and it's awesome. It's an exciting thing for photography, 100%. But I want to shift the conversation away from the 4K versus 8K versus Nintendo 64K. I want to talk about something a little bit more practical, and that's just using the camera that you want to use and the camera you're actually going to use. Now, the reason I want to talk about this today is because my wife Molly and we've been looking at different cameras that we want to add to the kit so that she could have a camera to use on a wedding day. We have the SL2, which is what I'm using to record this right now, and she really likes the style of the camera and kind of the minimalist layout, but the camera itself is a little big for her to carry around for just personal work. On a wedding day, it would be great to have two SL2s, although we did just pick up this M10P, which we can talk about in another video sometime if you guys are interested, but she was really looking at the SL2 initially because she wants something with autofocus, and she is not a rangefinder fan like I am. I've tried for years to get her to like rangefinders, but she's just not crazy about them. I haven't given up hope yet, but we'll see. But as great as the SL2 is, she is just not going to carry that camera around all day because she wants something small and compact, which is totally warranted. I personally don't mind carrying a big camera. I've carried around a Pentax 6.7, RZ 6.7, plenty of those kind of cameras over the years, whether I'm just going for a walk or going on a hike. It doesn't really bother me, but I understand that most people want something much more small and compact, which is where the CL comes in. So she has been borrowing this for the last couple of weeks from Leica USA. Leica, thank you so much for letting her try this out. We're getting ready to send it back. So far she has really enjoyed it though, and it has kind of opened up a conversation with her that I haven't really talked about that much, and that's just using cameras that you actually want to use and how that translates in your photography. I've personally loved using the M6 for so many years, and now the M10P, which feels just like second nature to me at this point. I've really enjoyed using those cameras because I enjoy using a rangefinder, and it's a really small and compact camera and I can take it anywhere. And picking up these cameras, they actually just make me want to shoot. This excites me about photography. There's just something about the design that I really enjoy, so I'm actually shooting way more when I'm using a camera that I really like to shoot with. And I like live and breathe photography. If you ask my wife, she will tell you. I live and breathe photography. It's all I think about. It's all I want to do. So I'm always looking to shoot. So having a camera for me personally that I really enjoy, it's a really important thing. And that's why I've used cameras in the past that are much bigger and clunkier, but still carried them around, because to me, it was worth it. You know, I was going to be shooting. I want to use the camera I want to use. It doesn't really matter to me the size, but to a lot of people it does. To my wife, she does shoot weddings with me, but her regular day job, she's an RN, you know, she's a nurse at a hospital. She's not living and breathing photography the same way that I am, and I don't expect her to. So she wants something that she can enjoy using, but at the same time, it doesn't need to completely weigh her down, literally. It can just be something that she enjoys using, gives her good image quality, but it can just kind of stay out of the way. But I haven't used this camera a ton. I've enjoyed using it, obviously, and I've taken some test photos, and the image quality really surprised me, in all honesty. I don't know why it surprised me, because I know Leica lenses and everything, but still, I really enjoyed using this camera. And actually, we'll go ahead and we'll talk to Molly herself so you can hear her own thoughts. So the CL, the reason I wanted to have you in this video, one, because people continuously ask for you to be in more videos.
Just so ridiculous to me, but thank you.
I think it's worth, I think for people who are doing it day in and day out, like photography, like for me, and for instance, things like, you know, what a camera can do and specs and that kind of stuff, I obviously look into that before I make a purchase.
Sure.
But my M6 and now the M10P, like they're all cameras that I like to use. You know what I mean? Like they're cameras that actually make me want to go out and shoot more. Right. And I've carried bigger cameras before in the past, but for you specifically, like we talked about getting a second SL2 for weddings, because you shoot weddings with me.
Yeah, and I enjoy it for stuff like that. But
right, but for your personal camera, there's like a size limit, I would say, for you, because your priorities are more in the convenience and the compact size versus best of the best specs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you even took it on that 150-mile relay race. And so you obviously didn't run with it on you while you were running, but you were in the van going from checkpoint to checkpoint, and you had that with you, and you were able to just throw that camera and that lens in your bag, and you didn't really notice it.
Right.
Whereas if you had like an SL2 or something bigger,
I probably wouldn't even have gotten it out, you know what I mean? Just out of inconvenience more than anything.
Right, well that's what I was going to say. Even, I don't know, a couple months ago we had 2 Canon EOS Rs, and that's not a huge camera by any means. The lenses are pretty big, but how often did you take one of those cameras with you?
Never.
Just because of the size. Right. Even though it's full frame, this is a crop sensor. I'm sure all of the other specs, I mean video especially, but a lot higher specs on that camera, but this you're more inclined to use.
Yes.
And we used Fuji cameras for a long time. Do you feel like that's why you liked them so much? Was it the styling, the photos themselves, or just the size of the camera and like the layout of everything?
Of course I like the style of it, you know what I mean, but the size was the biggest biggest thing for me.
And so with this, everything's, I mean, it's relatively similar to a Fuji style in terms of like the physical dials and stuff, but do you like this more, or would you rather shoot with something like a Fuji?
I think I prefer this more.
You do?
It just seems, and I mean, it's been so long since I've shot with that Fuji, but I feel like this is even simpler. Yeah,
in a lot of ways it is. I mean, on top, it's definitely cleaner, for sure.
Right.
I mean, on the Fujis, you have like your ISO dial and your shutter speed dial, exposure compensation. This, it's literally just shutter and aperture, and you can program the ISO on that little button there. And you're not looking for a bunch of different things packed into one camera. You just want something...
It's easy to grab and go.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if you had something like this, you would be more likely to shoot just everyday life stuff, as opposed to, like, again, before when we had the 2 Canons. Just because that was a great camera and great lenses, but like I was talking about, when I've got, 14 different bags and a kid on a hip,
a 5-year-old that wants to be held and stuff like that, it's just not
practical.
Feasible. Not practical.
What would it take for you to fully go into the Rangefinder system?
It honestly is just the fact that maybe just LASIK.
I was gonna say, just surgery.
Because I just
can't see.
I just can't see.
Can't see. Yeah, LASIK was the best decision I ever did.
It is. It's been seriously, like, I can't tell when
it's lined up.
I have no idea when it's lined up.
That would be interesting, because I never shot with a rangefinder before I had LASIK done. So it would be interesting to see when I had contacts or wore glasses how difficult that would be.
This eye, is it this eye?
My right eye.
Which one is it?
My right eye is my dominant eye. So my left eye is my photographer eye. So this eye always this eyelid always droops down because I spend 98% of my day with this eye closed and looking through this eye.
So now it's just a little droopy.
So in photos, unless I really focus, this eyelid's always just a little lower than my right eye.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It could be worse.
We can never tell if your eyes are open, and I sleep with mine open, so I mean, we're a perfect pair.
We look great together.
Things are going well.
That's why I wanted to have you share your point of view, just because I live and breathe photography, and
I know, and so do all the people that watch this channel, and so I've been just a little bit nervous. I'm a very I'm a confident person, I'm very sure of myself, but when it comes to talking to you about cameras and stuff, I'm just
you're fine. Yeah, no. I think it's important to have your point of view in this, because you're coming at it from a much more practical standpoint.
Yes, yeah.
And actual use, not just specs and this camera does more than this and that kind of thing. I think using a camera you actually like to use, that's huge, but using a camera that you can put up with in terms of just the size and weight.
Yeah.
That to me is huge.
But I also, I mean, like for me, like, yeah, I just enjoy using it because of the size and because of the simplicity and everything. I mean, there's like 3 buttons. 4.
Yeah, and it's the same layout as the SL2, M10P.
Right.
Yeah, like it's seamless across. And that's why I thought this would be a good fit for you, because even if we did have 2 SL2s or use the SL2 and an M10P on a wedding day, like shooting with this, you're already familiar with the menus, where the buttons are, that kind of stuff. But yeah, having a small and simple camera for you, I think that just works.
I like it.
Well, we have to send this one back, so...
I know.
But the M10P, if you want to use it, it's right there for you, so whatever you want. So there you have it. Next time you're out looking to buy a camera, I think it's important to obviously look at specs, make an educated purchase, and do your research beforehand. But keep in mind how much you're actually going to use the camera. If it's a camera that is going to make you inspired to shoot and you actually want to take it out and use it, you're going to be shooting way more with that camera, and as a result, you're going to get better. Buying any camera is not going to automatically make you a better photographer. I think everybody is well aware of that, but if there's a camera that you're actually going to use, that's only going to make you shoot more, and you're only going to get better as a result of that. So just keep that in mind next time you're out buying a camera. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed Molly's little cameo. Everybody has been asking for Molly to be in another video since probably the last one, which was years and years ago. I think Nora was a baby in that video. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that one. But that's it for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys for everything. I love you, and I'll see you next time.
What do you think of this camera?
Yeah, we can get Taker's review in it. I think he loves it. It's just his size.
Perfect for me.
It's just his size.
He wears it on his little camera strap. Right,
we could have a strap hung from his collar.
He would love that.
Would you like that?
Say no.
Yeah. Didn't even know if my eyes were.
Oh,
hi, Strawberry.
Oh, hi.
What an angel.
What are you doing? Do you wanna check it out? Yeah. Come here. We're done. Okay.
Jeez. I think he's done. I think he's done now. Let's wrap it up with Strawberry.
She hates being held.
She's so good though.
So much.
I don't know if Strawberry's ever been in a video,
well,
but
she's chunky.
She's a big girl.
Okay.
She's getting stressed.
Yeah, she doesn't like to be held.
Yeah. There's
She
Nora.
likes to be cuddled. Hey.
Hey. Look. Hey.
Who
look.
is that?
Who is that?
Oh.
Who is
Oh. Sweet girl.
Wearing my old shirt from when I was a kid too.
Hey, say hi.
Say hi. You
Hi.
say hi.
Yeah. Say hi.
Is that cool? You see yourself? Focus.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool?
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Oh, you're changing the focus. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Good job. Rack focus. Yeah. That's awesome. You're going to be my first AC on my next shoot, okay? Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.